boy, Jack Campbell better heal up quick.
Yeah.
Because unless Freddie's got some sort of injury that he's going to get better from this season, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. The Leafs have a top 10 in this league group of skaters. You throw Connor Hellebuck on the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're steamrolling the division, steamrolling it. I don't know if Freddie's the dude. And everyone's like, oh, just give it to Jack. What the fuck? He's hurt. He's not even on the bench. Right. So the criticism I have had is he's never been a starter before. Not only has he not been a starter before, he's hurt. That can't be your solution.
I want to focus on Freddie Andersen for a second.
Okay.
What are you seeing that you're not liking?
The puck hitting the back of the nets. No, but he doesn't. What I'm noticing a lot is when Freddie is struggling, he's scrambly. Like he's all over the place. And on so many goals recently, like over the 6-game stretch, I'm like, who told you that's where the net was?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not in the net. His moves are overly powerful, like going from one side to the other. And then he does this, I don't know, I'm not a goalie coach, but he obviously when you're pushing from one side to the other, it's this big movement. And then not only is he out of the net, basically with 1 foot / a shoulder, then he compresses so tight before pushing back over. Like he's just entirely out of the net now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, some players on this team, like when they're not feeling it, they really fight it. Marner's like that. He's had very few games like that this season. He's been dialed. Freddie is all over the damn place. And that includes not being in the nets. You know, not a ton is going through him, but a lot of it's going wide.
I don't know if you had a chance to read Myrtle's article on what's wrong with the Leafs today on the greatest app on earth, the Athletic app. But he put Freddie's last 74 games into good perspective from like a numbers perspective. It was in his last 74 games, he has a .907 save percentage. That's 28 out of 43 goaltenders who have played at least 40 games. If you focus on even strength, then he rises to a tie for 23rd. And if you're not a fan of like save percentage, if you want like deeper stats, then you go to goals saved above average. Andersen ranks 29th. And then in goals saved above expected, he's 37th.
Wow.
So
not good
he's
enough.
just been barely average goalie since the last 2 seasons. And he's paid a little above, like he's the 12th highest paid goalie in the NHL. So that's a little, you should be better than that from your paycheck perspective. And he hasn't been.
I don't know how they do it, but the Leafs could spend less money on goaltending next season and be better. He's being paid to be better than he is. And like the uniqueness of, the last season in a bit, if he is battling something, he's had an unbelievable amount of time off. And I know that's not really how bodies work.
It is a little.
But it is a little. Okay, so if he's not healthy right now, I guess my question is, when is he ever going to be?
Mm-hmm.
And can you win a Stanley Cup with him? And I don't know how much more you need to see. Like, do we not have an incredibly large body of work?
All right. Because if it's the get healthy thing, then from, March to December, you played 5 games. You know, you had enough time to get healthy if that was the case.
If I might, gentlemen.
Yes.
Hot take. You ready?
Give me.
Guys, this hot take won't be as hot as I thought it would be because you both seem to agree with me. But I think the Leafs' number one concern at the trade deadline is getting a goaltender.
Yes.
You got forwards coming back. You got a strong defense. Yes, you'd like to add to your depth on defense. I totally get it. 100% with you on that. Because if Muzzin goes down, Riley goes down, Brody goes down, Hall goes down, you're pretty much pooched. But the number one focus has got to be getting a goalie. And it's not just because you're not sure what you're getting in Freddie Andersen. Jack Campbell, when he has played well. And when he played for the garbage Los Angeles Kings a couple of years ago, he played 39, 40 games. Great numbers. Bit of a late bloomer. We love Jack. Don't know, as Steve says, what he can do. But the Leafs have a bit of an issue here with, I think Jack Campbell is what this hinges on. Because if they can't get him back, then you have to make a trade. Freddie might still be your starter, but if Jack's not there, you have to, right? If Jack is, like, how injured is Jack Campbell? He came back, played great, injured again. How bad is this? And let me say this. Here's the hot take part. If you have to, you move Freddie Andersen at the trade deadline to make the money work.
Oh, there's nothing hot. There's nothing hot about it, Adam.
And
Cold to the touch.
So here's like, I don't think you rule out Freddie Andersen not being here for the playoffs.
Now, here's where that leaves you open. So I am living in dread at the moment of the Leafs making a trade that we miss on this show. Because
why do you think today's the day, by the way? I was weird about that. I didn't understand.
Because of the schedule, right?
Yeah, Elliot Friedman speculated a few weeks ago, and it's only speculation, but it's smart. Like, they have...
What?
I know. They have 2 games in the next 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
If the Leafs made a trade today, and the player that they acquire, presumably from an American team, we don't know that, if they arrive at the border today, I think they miss 4 games. They missed 2 against Calgary, 2 against Edmonton, and then they're probably back for it's a 2 or 3 game series against the Jets. If it's a goalie, boy, does that leave you open. You're literally looking at a Vevalainen Hutchinson tandem if Jack Campbell is not healthy.
So for my hot take research, Steve and Jesse, because I did a little hot take research, I looked at some potential goalies who are UFA, who the Leafs could acquire for relatively low cost. I'm going to power rank them.
They're pending free agents.
Pending free agents who I think you could power rank. I think the goalie that you need to, if you're looking for if you believe Freddie's the guy, then the guy to acquire is Jonathan Bernier in Detroit.
Come on. Oh, Adam, who's the damn starter for the playoffs?
If you believe Freddie Andersen is your starter for the playoffs, that's my qualification, then Jonathan Bernier is your guy. If you do not believe that Freddie Andersen, because Jonathan Bernier in Detroit, by the way, has a .912 save percentage.
With Detroit.
On the horrendous Detroit Red Wings. That's impressive. Now, if you don't believe that Freddie Andersen is your starter for the playoffs, if you're not sure, there's a little guy just across the water who's got a .919 save percentage who's up this year. Who's that? Across the water.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Linus Ullmark in Buffalo. 919 save. Yeah, he's across the lake.
Lake Ontario?
Oh, you mean Lake Ontario. I'm like, what goalie in Europe? I didn't know. You didn't specify the body of water.
The Pacific Ocean.
The
He's
water
in
that is
Asia.
right down the street from you.
Well, I didn't know that.
It's like a block away.
You're a block away.
You're a block away.
He meant
Linus
Lake
Ullmark.
Huron, Steve.
Linus Ullmark. I would say Linus Ullmark. If you're looking for a new starter, and the Sabres fans are going to be like, whoa. I get it. But you suck. Imagine Linus Ullmark on a good team. If he's playing at goalie average hockey, and come on, Sabres fans know that. If he's playing just average NHL goalie hockey, the Leafs have a chance. Another couple guys I would look at, if you're looking to, look as a 1A, 1B starter situation, Antti Ranta in Arizona has a 912, and Devin Dubnyk could be had for absolutely nothing in San Jose. He's got a 904. Remember,
boy, that's not my guy.
The Sharks are bad. And he's still got a save percentage over 900. The reality is, guys, if the Leafs are hard up against the cap, don't be surprised if Freddie Andersen is one of the guys that moves on trade deadline day to make the goaltending situation work. It's got to be their number one priority, especially if you don't have a timetable for Jack Campbell's return. You have got to make that happen first.
Let me throw a nightmare scenario out there.
Oh, God.
Leafs trade Freddie. Leafs trade Freddie. Somehow he ends up on another team that's looking for a goaltender. Carolina. and he wins the damn cup.
Oh God.
Here's what I want. You know who I want to acquire at the trade deadline? Preferably before the trade deadline.
Who?
Old Freddie.
Yeah.
I want him back.
2018 Freddie.
Yes. 2017. He had shit-tober. He had a terrible first month with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and we're all like, whoa, 5 years of that, huh? And then he was unbeatable. You take out that first month, and he was Vezina-worthy. Like, he was in the conversation. I feel like he's put together long stretches in at least 3 different seasons with the Leafs where you could argue, hey, this guy should be probably top
5?
10, maybe probably 5 a few of those seasons in Vezina voting. And I think he was actually.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let me look that up.
He was incredible.
I want old Freddie back. Now, Jake B. Leafs started a Substack because he's been riding Freddie. And within
what is
he wrote an article. I don't know, really. But
basically, it's a thread that you continue, I think, to go on, isn't it? Like on Twitter?
Something like that.
You just basically reply to the same original tweet and you create a big long thread that goes over multiple months, I think.
I don't know. Something like that. Anyway. So
I don't know, Jesse. You tell me. You're the social media guy. I don't know shit. The hell am I telling you?
Steve said it, and then it said, "I don't know what it means."
I didn't expect to be challenged on it.
I expect you to just say it, and everybody just accept that I said it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. 17-18, he was 4th in Vezina voting, and 18-19, he was 10th. So I was right by saying he was there. He was in the conversation. Right?
And not to poo-poo the Linus Allmark, but he's been injured since February 29th.
Great. Add it to the friggin' list.
Well, listen, don't hate it, actually, because assuming he gets better, he could stay. The more he stays away from that Sabres dressing room, the better. I want him to be completely quarantined, not from COVID, but from whatever's going on in Buffalo with the Sabres right now.
What if he's injured?
What if he gets better? Okay.
Do you see all the shitty answers we're coming up with?
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, we need an answer to this.
Yeah.
Like, the rest of the lineup, we have, we could improve there. We could improve there. We need a not shitty answer to who is our goalie heading into the playoffs. And all the answers suck.